with Pop Austin Media, and I got producer slash artist Joon The Introvert in the building. How's life, my guy?
Life is good. Life is good.
Just chilling on it, cooking up them hot beats,
Yep.
dropping them
to.
singles too. Saw the
Yeah.
single you dropped not too long ago. We'll get into that, but
Yep.
let's start from the beginning. Though, where you originally from?
Killeen, Texas.
I'm from Killeen.
Yeah. Yep.
The gutter.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Killeen gets it how they live out there, man. It
We
gets
do.
crazy.
We do. Yeah. I saw that you had a young Kobe on here.
Oh yeah.
So gotta shout out to.
Shouts out to him. Go
see.
check that interview out.
Yep.
Yeah. So did you rock with him back in Killeen?
Yeah.
Known each other for a while?
I remember he'd come by the studio and he'd always have his camera out. So he was doing his little filming thing back in the day. Also rapping too. So he's been doing it for a minute. So
Hell
shout out
yeah.
to him. Yeah.
So how was childhood out in Killeen?
Childhood in Killeen is,
Kind of like what we said.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of rough out there, but I mean, it is what it is.
Did you play any sports? Were you a sports kid, or were you always
Yeah,
dabbling
like
in music?
grew up in the hood, so like the first love was basketball.
There you
so,
go.
So it was always hooping. That was, we had hoop dreams before we had rap dreams. So that's how it all started.
Did you play in school any or no?
Shortly.
You more
but-
rec playing though?
Yeah.
I mean,
we'd go on to Fort Hood and we'd play like grown ass men.
Oh man, I
Yeah,
bet
we was like 13 years old playing grown men, and it was crazy.
you playing that prison ball defense, getting
Yeah.
knocked around.
Yeah. I remember one time I sprained my wrist trying to go for a block, and this dude went under me.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
So
ouch!
it landed right on my hand. So
God,
it was
dog.
wild.
He's like, can't do that, man. That's hurting the music, dog. You can't do that.
Right.
What high school did you go to?
Killeen High.
So Killeen High.
Yep.
There's only one high school out there.
There's three.
There's three.
I think there's four. There's four.
Okay, but you were from the OG high school.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Killeen High.
what kind of crowd you hang out with in high school? If you had to pick,
The
You gonna go
rappers.
the rappers.
The rappers. Yeah.
All right. So you
Yeah.
gravitated towards them.
Yeah, for sure.
Were you making beats then?
On and off. I started like my first album that I did back in like 2005. I'm an old head, so this is way back in the day. So
You say old heads, you probably ain't near it, but that's what people like to say old heads are now.
I
It's
mean,
like,
cats
damn.
are like 21 right now.
Dude,
so like
17,
it's-
16.
yeah, so
I've seen
like-
15, bro.
yeah,
I'm
so-
like, it's quote unquote, they think it's a young man's game, but
Yeah.
I mean, shit, we still young out here though.
That's right.
But
That's
so you
right.
said 05.
Yeah, so '05 I made my beats. I made like 10 beats, and I made this little album that I had. How we started was we was on the computer using little Bob Barker mics, the computer mics, and we
Yeah.
was using sound recorder.
Oh, dude, sound recorder was the worst because you had to like time it when you insert the
Yeah.
music. I've
Yeah,
dealt with that
so
before.
you already know.
Oh
so, yeah,
man,
we
that's
was-
a freaking pain.
Yeah, and I remember I was working at Walmart, and I saved up my money for a studio in a box because I thought that was the way to go. So I was like, yo, I'm finna get me this studio in a box. It was a Boss 1180 CD, and it was kind of like a 4-track, but it was 8 tracks and it was digital. So I'd record onto that. So that was a step up from the sound recorder on the old Microsoft. But yeah, we was dabbling in music ever since I was 13. So that's like 99, 2000. That's whenever we started picking it up. I started making beats, and kind of stopped after that because after I graduated, I was like trying to get in on the mixtape. That's whenever mixtapes was really hot.
Mm-hmm.
So
Man, it was
you
a
had
surge in the mixtape.
yeah, you had Lil Wayne coming out with tapes. You had 50 Cent who was like coming out with shit. So
all
it
those
was
unit
like
tapes, and
yeah,
then
so-
Greg Street, he had his stuff, and then all
yeah,
those.
so
man.
all that shit.
K-Slay.
Yeah. DJ Drama, Gangsta, Grizzy.
Yeah, damn son, where'd you find this? All
Yeah,
that.
all that shit. So I was putting out mixtapes out in Killeen, trying to hit the streets and making a name for myself. But as I got older, got kids, and they took the forefront of
yeah.
everything for sure. And so like getting older is like you said earlier, they think it's a young man's game. I'm not trying to be like, Titty Boy and come out the, like 38 years old, a rapper. So I'm trying to push the rappers. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a step back and be a producer, be behind the music. I look up to producers like Quincy Jones.
Yeah, you can be 80.
Yeah,
and they're not gonna say like, "Hey, he's a producer, he's killing it."
Yeah.
Or if somebody's up there at 80.
Yep.
What does that do? Unky Mo, 40-year-old, 50-year-old rapper with a bad knee, a bum knee. That's his right.
Yeah.
But it's just like that. But I feel you.
Yeah.
So that's what made you gravitate more towards
production. Yeah, for sure. I started, and beats got better, and artists started coming, and we started trying to collab. I've been in Austin for almost 10 years.
Oh yeah. So you've seen the different.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen traffic
grow. Yeah. Exactly. So you've seen the whole, especially the artist.
The artists switch up.
Yeah, the filter of what the artist has been through, and then the artists that have actually still going and doing their thing, like, Two Stone still rocking.
Yeah.
So, you see the ones that ain't doing it, I'm not going to name no names, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's ones and you're like, dang. So, dope. What do you do your beats on mostly, or do you have one certain thing, or I see you play instruments as well.
Yeah, so I started off with Fruity Loops 4, if since going back and shit. So Fruity Loops 4. Then I was like, man, I was working at a studio in the Cuts in Killeen, and if you're from Killeen, in the Cuts.
I've even heard of that. Yeah,
so
yeah.
Okay, so I was working in the Cuts, and one of the engineers was like, nah, man, you gotta get on the MPC. So I bought an MPC. Oh. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck this is. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna master this shit. And so I started making beats through the MPC. Started making that boom bap shit. I was just like, yo, this is love right here. This shit, I love this shit. And then whenever the boom bap craze is kind of dying and trap was starting to like really come alive, I was like, all right, I can't get that sound with the MPC. So then I moved on to Logic, and that's what I'm rocking with right now.
Oh, dope. Okay, yeah, that is interesting, because I was like, I've noticed I don't see a lot of people on the MPCs right now.
Yeah.
Just because, like you said, it's that trap sound, that heavy bass.
Yeah. Well, this is like MPC 2000s and stuff. Now with the new ones, it's because the old ones, they're 16-bit, and it doesn't have that.
How many is that? How many is that? Is that 16?
Yeah, 16.
Pads.
No, well, 16 pads, but the bits is the bit rate for the audio quality. So it's not as pristine as like the 24-bit that trap. Okay. And now we're getting into too much technical shit. No one's going to know what I'm talking about.
But no, yeah, I was just curious about that. That's interesting. So, okay, the Logic. I've heard that a lot too. I see your studio tip videos. Talk about that. Like, you put a lot into that to show people.
So I've been doing it for a minute, and I see like I'm basically just trying to gain an audience. I feel like I'm reaching for straws though, because I'm not like really sure like where to go with it. If it's production tips or if it's beat making. I don't know how far you went back in my.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yeah, you got beat making. There's a bunch of different stuff. But as of lately, I've been seeing like microphone etiquette and just different things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's interesting. Because you said, what are they curious about? Maybe it's you cooking up a little bit of that beat.
Yeah.
I mean, because everybody needs a damn beat.
That's true.
What's your favorite beat to or what's your favorite genre to produce for? If you had to pick, is it hip hop?
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's the biggest sound. Yeah. Even if it's going to be pop, it's going to probably be a little bit of hip hop elements.
For sure,
in there,
definitely.
Right?
Yeah, it's crazy how hip hop has grown into pop music.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you seen a good example would be like Garth Brooks, Shania Twain. Whenever they took over like country pop, whenever they infused pop into country music.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like, okay, hip hop is influencing pop music nowadays.
Oh yeah.
So like
even some country I've heard some like it has a little hip hop
sure.
in there. What's the world going on here?
For sure.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't wait to take that one.
That's right.
And so you think for sure that there's more value in being a producer opposed to being an artist? because you can actually provide a service and then do more and probably have more of a longevity. You think? I'm probably answering the question for you.
Yeah, it's all about longevity to me, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like I just been rapping too long, and it's just like, all right, no one wants to hear you. They want to hear the young, the new. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, let me put on for the new.
And then everybody wants to hear the hot beat too. That's what most of these youngins are waiting to hear. They're listening for the drop or something, going, "Oh yeah, okay, there we go. I can rock with it." Then they're gonna listen to some popular hook. Yeah. So it is weird how the freaking shit's done change with all this. Linking with was it Mercedes Kenz? Rerouted. Talk about that. That beat's hot. Is that the name of it, right? Rerouted?
Yeah, Rerouted. So that was done in Killeen.
And we played that on our Monday music reviews as well. So yeah. That shit was hot. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so we did that in Killeen. We went to the studio. I made that beat in the session. And she likes to go for like a hyphy vibe. So like her style is kind of really bouncy, kind of West Coast centered. So I was like, all right, we're going to get something bouncy. So made the beat right then and there, and that wasn't our first time. That was probably our 5th song that we made together. So we've got like 4.
So you got a rapport.
Yeah, so we got 4 more. That was probably like the latest one that we did, and that's the one that she liked the most. And so she's like, "This got to be the first one, this one." And I was like, "Nah, I really like. There's other ones." Mm-hmm. I was like, "Nah, I think this one should be." And she's like, "Nah, people are gonna like this one, Rerouted." And I was like, "All right, cool." So we went with that. But yeah, she's got something.
She does. I like her flow.
Yeah, for sure. Like I listen to a lot of. I try to listen to a lot of Austin hip hop, but I feel like it's too scattered. Like I feel like there's no organization with who is who. And
you know what? That makes sense. Yeah. I know what I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm trying to listen to other people, and I'm trying to collaborate with other people. It's just hard to find people, who's doing what. I mean, I understand that, main Austin hip hop is like South. Like I understand that, and I'm living North, so it's hard for me to like reach out. And a lot of cats that are rapping, they're not online looking for producers or whatever, because they're on YouTube getting beats. That's
the biggest thing right now. Yeah. Do you do any of that? The YouTube, because the type beats are the new damn thing. So the type, like, remember SoundClick in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then now the type beats is taking over that. So that's just crazy. Yeah. Damn. I mean, there's ways to reach out for sure. It's just, I know, all of them are looking for some hot ass beats at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I'm not too familiar. I know some names, like some artists in Austin, but I don't know many producers.
True. There's way more artists.
Yeah.
Do you rock with Platt? Have you heard of him?
No.
Do you know Internet Money?
No.
Do you know No Jumper?
No Jumper.
The No Jumper, the YouTube channel?
Yeah.
You remember that song Hard? It was a TK song. He did that. He's out here though, but I think I forgot where he said he was from. Not too far from here, but he's actually in Austin now. So it'd be dope if y'all like linked up. That's a guy you can holler at. His name's like Platsus anyway.
I have to hit him up.
Is there any like artists that you have your eye on that you're like, yo, I know I can make a hot ass beat for this motherfucker?
Yeah,
like,
there's a couple.
Maybe if it's Quinn or whoever the case may be.
Quinn is one of them. Rerouted is another.
Oh yeah, Rerouted. Oh, I can see that. Rerouted goes hard.
Like I feel like if I was a young cat today rapping, it would be. I would definitely want to collaborate with him rap wise, because I feel like his style kind of matches my style. Like I don't know if you listen to my raps.
Mm-hmm. I heard some. I could see that. So I said I could see you guys working together.
So yeah, I feel like Rerouted would be a nice one to collaborate with.
Well, you rock with Thrax, OTM Thrax. Have you heard of him?
No.
Oh man, yeah. There's a whole wave, because you got the NFN crew and me doing these interviews and whatnot. I'm just so many every day. I'm still learning, but you got the OTM, which is out the Mud crew. They got Zay. He's doing this thing, and then Thrax. And have you heard of Dubbo?
No.
He's doing this thing too. They all kind of rock together. K-Hop, that's another one. Okay. You can definitely be in touch, and I'm telling you, those boys be on the IG heavy.
Yeah.
So
I
mean,
have to link up with them. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to work.
And actually, there's a lot of people that I've seen north that are like starting to be around.
Yeah.
Just when we tell them this is right by me. I'm like, dang, everybody's god dang north now. Okay. So I know, yeah, definitely, bro. Because I mean, your shit's hot, and I could see you rocking with a lot of them too.
Yeah. I think the only caveat to my beats is I'm not what you would say a type beat kind of producer or a catalog producer at that. Like I said, I made that Rerouted track in session, so I like to catch vibes with the artist and be in the studio with them and be like, all right, what we feeling like today, what we making today, what kind of vibe we going for.
Mm-hmm.
I want to as they write, I want to write too, but musically.
Well, yeah, so you can match their tone, and it definitely. Exactly. Do you have any places that you go to? Maybe if it's like your home studio in a sense, so y'all can work on that, and then y'all can bring that to the studio. Because sometimes, a lot of times, the artists, I mean, you see how it is with the studios out here. They be taxing out the ass. Yeah. So, do you normally kind of do that to kind of meet their needs, just to let the artists know that?
Oh yeah, for sure. So what I'll do is, we'll hit up the studio. I usually go like half and half with the artist if they want to do like studio time, and we could just catch vibes in the studio because it's an atmospheric thing.
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
If you want to catch vibes in the studio, that's cool. But if you feel like you can do it at home, I mean, shit, I'll take all my shit over to your crib, or you can come to my crib, and we could create something there, and then whenever we're ready, we could take it to the studio. That way, we're not wasting time. But honestly, I feel like we won't be wasting time if we go straight to the studio and just.
I'm just thinking just from the artist perspective, because I mean, I've been hearing some of these prices. I'm like, God, dang, y'all are trying to kill these people, man. Yeah. It's like Jesus, freaking Austin. So. All right, cool. Let's see. So what do you think about the Austin scene? Like I said, it's been 10 years.
Yeah, Austin is, I feel like Austin.
Currently Austin scene, I mean.
I feel like it's bubbling. I feel like it's bubbling from what I came into. And we was doing a lot of shows at, Spider House and everything. So it was hard to like really get a foot in a venue.
Oh yeah, for hip hop artists, it was a pain.
Yeah.
Now they're everywhere. Yeah. You see.
So like I see it bubbling, and I see like more of a platform for the younger artists and stuff like that. And even with your platform here, like I'm hearing names that I've never heard of. So and I'm listening to them because you're giving them a voice. So I feel like Austin is starting to bubble for that reason, and I feel like if Austin hip hop can come together and make it and solidify the sound, because we got cats from everywhere.
Oh,
like the artists that I've collaborated with, one of them is probably
like an
from
actual
Austin. Yeah, yes. Yeah. So it's like it's really hard. So it's like a melting pot. You got cats from everywhere. So there's like no particular sound.
That's kind of what you mean about the organization, organized. I mean, to me, there's really the one sound is the Quinn sound, and then, like you said, then it's scattered.
Yeah,
there isn't really a defined one, and at least even if there wasn't, there's got to be the one person buzzing that's got a different sound, that's doing something, making waves, and I don't know what it is. You got to have the whole package. Do you think artists out here don't have the whole? They're missing each artist is missing certain things. Like they got it all, but it's like maybe they don't have the marketing. Maybe they don't have.
I think
it's like something's missing out of everybody that they just need to have one piece in there and they can.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a little bit of everything. One person may have the marketing, the other person probably doesn't, and another person probably doesn't have consistency. Constantly creating or whatever. You may hear from artists once every 6 months, and it's just like, well, that's not gonna help you in the long run. So it's bits and pieces of everything of why, and it seems, I'm not gonna knock any names or anything, but it seems like mainly people are doing stuff around South by. I feel like that's their
South by slump.
Yeah, I feel like that's whenever it's like, all right, we got to get these shows, this and this and this, and then you won't hear anything from cats
after
the entire year afterwards.
That's true. That's what we said. It's called we say the South by slump is basically what it is. After South by, it's like a slump. Nothing happens. That you hit it right on the money, man. Yeah. Where can we find you out on social media?
Everywhere. I'm on almost every single platform. JoonTheIntrovert.com. It'll take you to everything.
And then your latest singles on there as well?
Yep.
Yeah. So check that out. Dropped on April 22nd.
That's right. And then I got more. I got so many songs that I need to release, but I'm trying to pitch them to artists. I'm not trying to have, like I said, I'm not trying to be the artist. I'm trying to push it to other artists. That way, like
reference.
Yeah, like reference tracks, like, oh, I'm working on this. What do you think about this? And sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. But
then y'all can meet in the middle. Sometimes they're like, hey, I like how you say that, but can I say it like how I like it this way? You're like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, I like that. Reference tracks, reference it up, Drake it up.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, it's just like all the references. I mean, I'm thinking like real producer stuff. Like I'm not thinking like a beat maker. I'm thinking like Jermaine Dupri.
No, exactly. I was about to say, give that man his respect.
Whenever he's making beats, he's also writing the song too.
Hell yeah.
So like that's what I'm thinking.
He's one of the few that does that. Quincy, but he's one of the few.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking like mad respect to all the producers that can make six figures just putting out beats on the internet. That's hot. Yeah, for sure. But that's not my lane. I'm trying to build something with an artist. I'm Quincy Jones looking for my Michael Jackson. I'm Timbaland looking for Justin Timberlake. You know what I'm saying? Like exactly. I'm trying to grow with an artist, and that's what I'm trying to do.
I like it.
Yeah.
You said Joon The Introvert on all the socials and the DSPs and all that good stuff.
Yes,
digital
sir.
Streaming platforms.
Yes, sir.
We got you.
Hey.
Some merch, my guy.
Some merch. Some Pop Austin Media.
Heck yeah. Hey, man, we're going to keep rocking with all the stuff that you got dropping. We'll be on the look for the rest of those Mercedes Kins.
Yep.
We'll definitely have her in. I know she'll come through, chop it up with her. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming through, like I said. Hey,
I appreciate y'all having me.
Hell yeah, man. We're definitely going to keep in touch. But like I said, this is Jet with Pop Austin Media, and I'm signing out. Joon The Introvert. Let's get it.
Peace.